What's up, guys? Welcome back to the infamous project. We're cruising along here in the old ship box. AC's blowing cold still to this day. Unreal how we just jam those cans in without vacuuming down the system or anything. But it's held, it hasn't lost pressure, and it's working great on a humid day like today. So we're en route here to A&M Exhaust, local to me in Georgetown, Texas, and going to pick up LJ's car, aka Black Hatch around the corner, which is my neighbor's car, who you might have seen the recent video on his head gasket issues, the power dyne getting installed, and there's a couple other videos that I worked on his car there as well. And one thing that he has always battled was his exhaust, between the H-pipe always hanging too low, and then the catback rubbing against his rear tires, and then it trying to get corrected, and then they shorten the over axle tubes too much, resulting in the axle hitting the exhaust. Absolute nightmare. So now that the head gaskets are done and the blower's installed and everything else, the last thing we want to worry about is exhaust rubbing, clanking, banging, doing all those things. So Andrew has taken it upon himself. Now, if you guys haven't watched my E60M5 videos, because you guys aren't into Euro or not into BMWs or German cars, that's fine. However, you would have seen that Andrew did a double X pipe on my V10 M5, and the amount of drone it knocked out from inside the car, which we're suffering from right now in the old ship box, right? Especially with the old rotted out 2-chamber mufflers. Even with the cabin noise being like cut by like 80%, like at least 70%, the amount of loudness out back barely changed. So when I dropped off John's car, I said, hey man, you got free reign on this one. Do what you want. So he has actually done, he kept the H-pipe, the existing catted, high-flow catted H-pipe that John had, and did a double X behind the H. And then 3-inch Flowmaster cap back, well not cap back, muffler back pipe sections. So for whatever reason, the 3-inch Flowmaster exhaust, I swear, fits the best. Even better than the 2.5-inch. There's something about the way that it's bent and goes over those axles. We're on our way to see it, and I know a lot of people claim world's first, but I think this is the world's first H double X pipe Foxbody mid pipe. So hang in there, we're gonna see this thing and hear it firsthand in a minute. There we go.
Here it is, man. It's the world's first H-double-X pipe.
All right, so we did away with the mufflers. Just screw it.
Yeah,
nice.
There's no room for them. I think it's quieter than it was with the mufflers. Maybe not at wide open throttle.
Really?
Yeah, it's for sure quieter on the inside. I just posted a thing we did. We did like a decibel reading inside.
Yep.
And we're below 80 at like 3,000 RPM because I figure that's where it's going to drone.
Oh, yeah. No, because usually like 2025.
Yeah, that's what I did. I did between 2,000 and 3,000, and we were like at 70, not more than 80 decibels inside. My voice was messing it up while I was doing the test. At idle, it's like 69 decibels once it calms down. Awesome. It's the weirdest thing, and these cars are not sealed up that well.
No. So is it just me, or does the 3-inch not fit way better?
Then like the 3-inch fit a lot better.
But like, there's something the way that they have all this bent that works way better.
Down more.
Yeah.
And
so you don't get this.
So you don't melt the working tire. Yeah, that was, I know, a huge complaint.
Yeah.
That was definitely an item we need to take care of.
And I'm sure it helps with the overall tone too, because opening it up a little bit, resonating through the 3-inch out the back, right?
Yeah, it eliminates some of those raspy tones we get from the smaller displacement V8s, right? That's all the magic.
Look at this. I love how everybody always claims world's first, world's first. I'm very confident this is world's first. So.
Well, see, that's why you told me a double X had never been done, and I wasn't confident about that.
Right.
So I was like, screw it. I know for a fact I can put 2 X's after the H, and we know that's going to be something I can claim as a world's first. I've never even heard of this idea before. Right? I haven't seen it in a form anywhere. If someone's done it, they did it, you know. Yeah,
like at home. Never documented it, was just like, oh, I'll try it.
I mean, you know, the fitment on this was difficult. It'd be hard for someone to do this correctly because it was hanging a little bit low in the middle, remember?
Yeah.
Where the flanges were. So you see this actually has an upturn because the H pipe's got to be where it is so we don't hit the cross member.
Right, yep.
So the X pipes actually help me sweep it up without throwing a hard bend in here.
Nice.
And then we get tucked way up here where normally they hit, right? You have low pipes, low mufflers right here. And then that goes right into our over axles, you know. Obviously you can't stick a muffler here that's going to do anything, but it's just, and check this out. So look.
Wow, look at that.
I'm not confident in the sheet metal, or I would do pull-ups on this one, you guys. We're moving the whole car. It's not hitting anything.
Yeah. Oh, that's solid, man.
Yeah.
Wicked.
Yeah. I'm really excited about it, though.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like not only is the fitment perfect, but it's like a wacky idea that solved all the problems.
Oh, I know.
And it's, you know, world's first, and it's beautiful and it works. But I guess let's just shut up and fire it up.
Yeah, let's hear this thing.
We know it's between 70 and 80 on the inside, so I really want to know what the difference is on the outside. Ready?
We're ready.
All right, man.
Sounds like the Flowmasters are still in there.
Hit it.
Damn.
Yeah.
Man, that sounds awesome. It really does.
Yeah. So you're the expert.
No, like you would not know that that's muffler delete. There's no way. Like, I don't know, I think maybe the mix with the 3-inch tailpipes and everything helping it out, but man, that honestly sounds amazing.
Yeah.
It's the new thing.
It has to be. I mean, it like, what how high did you rev it?
Like 5.5.
So like at 5,000 RPM, it sounds like a Formula car doing 8K and downshifting. It's amazing.
That is awesome, man. I can't wait to drive that thing home.
Yeah, tell us how it goes, because I want to know if it drones. It should be none with the crossovers. I mean,
yeah, no, man.
If just sitting in the car revving it a little bit is an indication.
Well, I was saying on my video on the way here that, you know, the M5, how it like cut the inside by like 80%, but the outside noise was still there.
But we lost like 3 decibels.
Yeah, so it's like the best of all worlds. So that and mufflers is where the money is.
Right. Mufflers are expensive.
Yeah.
We've got
how much is an X? How much do you charge?
So we charge like $360 to put an X pipe in, probably like $4 something, $450 maybe for a double X. Anyway.
Right. So there you go. Yeah. So pair of mufflers. Don't get me wrong, you're running Jones mufflers.
Well, I mean,
there's
a Borla attack on the shelf that I know is like $200+ just before I install it.
There you go.
Before I install it. And it's not going to sound like that.
No.
And anybody can order that.
True.
So.
Oh man, let's drive this thing home.
Sweet.
All right, guys, back in the car. And I gotta say, windows are up. You can definitely hear it, like a little bit because we're in a hatch, right? So hatches are a little bit louder, having all of that space exposed behind the rear seats there, whereas in a notch or even in a convertible, you definitely have a little bit more of a barrier from what's happening out back. But drivability on this thing, I want to say it's no louder than it was with the Flowmasters on and just the H. So considering we now have no mufflers and all of that new fancy geometry in the back, this thing, well, it drives nice. So the next step for this car is actually going to be probably going down to see Mike Murillo and get some dyno tuning time in, get the drivability nailed. We're doing okay, right? Like, we can keep our eye on the wideband here, and everything else seems to be doing what it should be doing, not overheating, which is the most important thing. But yeah, guys, no more rattles, no more clanks, no more bangs. I think John is finally going to be able to enjoy his little black hatch again. So, yeah. Want more info on the H/XX concept? Be sure to comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. Guys, there you have it. What do you think of the sound clip? So I'm not pushing the car too hard because we need to tune now that we have the blower on here. Mind you, we're not making huge amounts of boost, but you know, we still want to make sure we don't lean out. We don't need to melt pistons or anything like that. So trying to be somewhat conservative, but the car sounds great. It really does. Driving car. There you have it, folks. Hopefully you've enjoyed this little episode. World's first HXX pipe on a Foxbody Mustang. So until next time, we'll see you back here on the Infamous Project.